Hidden gems of London that most tourists never see. Even people who have never been to London can tell you what the main highlights of the city are. Who hasn't heard of the London Eye, Big Ben, Tower Bridge, or Buckingham Palace? But if you are looking for a more unique and local experience and want to discover a different side of London off the beaten path, you may like this selection of some of the less visited secret places, the hidden gems of London. Recently we've had such a great time exploring London with kids, and we had been to London several times in the past, but I am in no way an expert on the secret places in London. Therefore, in addition to our cool finds in London, I also asked my fellow travel bloggers to share their favorite hidden gems of London. Some of these places are suggested by the locals who live, or lived, in London for many years. Some others, by people who live nearby and consider London their second home. Other suggestions are from tourists like you and I, who found some really cool places that made their visit to London more memorable. Inspired by all the hidden gems of London in this article, I went to explore these and many other secret places of London that most tourists never see. This video started with a few secret spots in London and has been updated over the years to highlight more interesting lesser-known places in London. London is an incredible city hiding countless hidden gems, and there is no way to see them all. So each of these hidden gems is carefully selected, and we include only the most special, cool, unique places that are truly worth your time. I'm not telling you to skip the highlights of London. They are all well worth visiting, especially if you are traveling to London for the first time. But if you want to travel deeper and experience the local side of this beautiful city, then this list of hidden gems will give you plenty of ideas for more unusual places to see in London. If you make an effort to visit at least a few places mentioned in this article, it will make your trip to London even more special and truly unforgettable. These hidden gems will show you a very different side of London and will make you fall in love with this incredible city even more. London is truly one of a kind. From the most colorful neighborhoods, quirky pubs and cafes, a variety of gardens and parks, to some of the best views or unexpected activities, here you'll find plenty of ideas on how to experience London off the beaten path. Find out. Good to know. To make your travel planning a bit easier, I made a map featuring all of the locations mentioned in this post. You can find it at the bottom of this video. It should help you to combine visiting the main landmarks with some of the hidden gems of London, and create your own itinerary including some of these less-known places to visit in London. Tip. Before we continue to the best hidden gems of London, I want to share a few highly rated guided tours that take you a bit off the beaten path in the city. If you are looking for even more cool, unusual, and secret places in London and don't want to spend hours researching where to go, check them out via the links below. 1. St. Dunstan in the East. Originally built in the 11th-12th centuries and refurbished several times after that, St. Dunstan in the East is my personal favorite of the hidden gems of London. This medieval church was partially destroyed during World War II, and the Anglican Church decided not to rebuild it. What's left is an incredibly successful architectural project where the remaining walls of the church have been incorporated into a pretty little garden. It's a green, quiet oasis and one of the absolute best secret finds during my most recent trip to London. The Church of St. Dunstan is located in between the Tower of London and London Bridge. Despite being so close to some of the major London attractions, it's an incredibly peaceful and tranquil place where you can escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. This hidden gem is just 10 minutes walk from Tower Bridge. Don't miss it when in London. 2. Little Venice. Sleepy Little Venice is a series of tree-lined canals that many tourists miss during their London trip. Spanning from Hyde Park to Warwick Avenue, it's near enough to the city center that you can squeeze it in between other attractions. What makes Little Venice unique is that it's completely unlike anywhere else in the city. Colorful canal boats roam the waterways, and many serve as tea rooms and cafes. Afternoon tea or brunch on a London canal boat. Does it get more memorable than that? Visit any location between Paddington and Camden Town to see Little Venice for yourself. The popular cafe boats, Darcy and May Green and Waterside Cafe, are located near Paddington, while Camden is a great place to wander the locks and board a water bus boat trip. These are very nice and a great way to see more of the area. 3. The Painted Hall. I have to say that I wasn't sure if the Painted Hall belongs on the list of the best places to see in London or the secret places of London. However, since it took me years and several trips to London to find out about it, I assume that it's still not very widely known. So I think it deserves a mention as one of the absolute best hidden gems of London. Located inside the old Royal Naval College in Greenwich, and part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, The Painted Hall has just recently been restored to all its previous glory. It's been its 10th and most successful renovation so far. The moment you catch the first glimpse of it, it will take your breath away. Painted by James Thornhill between 1707 and 1726, this spectacular ceremonial dining room is a real masterpiece of English Baroque art. The entire hall, covering over 3,700 sq.m, is painted by hand. This incredible piece of art displays the power and prestige of Britain to the rest of the world. Even today it looks absolutely impressive. I can just try to imagine what kind of an impression it left on people back in the 18th century. The Painted Hall is one of the most incredible places I have visited in London, and I can thoroughly recommend that you take a trip to Greenwich just to see this. It will be absolutely worth it. You can just get tickets and visit on your own, but a guided tour is very affordable too and gives you a better appreciation of this unique place. 4. Spitalfields and Brick Lane. Spitalfields and Brick Lane is an area of London that I often find myself feeling too conspicuously uncool for. The rawness of Brick Lane, coupled with the exotic smells from the infamous curry houses, is like nowhere else in London. You won't be able to stop yourself from lingering. Grab a salted beef bagel from one of the Jewish delis at the top, people queue for these, and slowly wander down Brick Lane, taking the occasional side street or alleyway to check out some world-famous street art, eclectic vintage stores, and the best chocolate shop, Dark Sugars, in London. You're in Jack the Ripper territory now. And there are plenty of opportunities to learn more about the serial killer by visiting some of the old English pubs he frequented in Victorian times. Slightly scary but equally fascinating. Finish off with a little shopping trip to Spitalfields Market and treat yourself to some of London's finest handcrafted wares. I'm telling you, Spitalfields and Brick Lane area has it all. 5. Neal's Yard. If you love walking around aimlessly looking for colorful streets, pretty corners, secret bookstores, and quiet tea shops, then you will love discovering London. One of the best secret finds in London is a small alley called Neal's Yard. It opens into a courtyard defined by colorful facades housing health food shops and cafes, just a few minutes walk from the Covent Garden train station. Just walk up Neal Street until Short Gardens and turn left, you will enter a little gem tucked away from the usual modern setting. The place may seem small, but being there separates you away from the busy atmosphere of London. You can have a snack, coffee, even lunch quietly while admiring the surroundings and watching people just go by. There are wooden chairs around the courtyard you can sit on to take a perfect selfie with the quaint features as your background. Neal's Yard is also known for its values-driven retailers. You can buy organic soaps and beauty products, organic cheese, as well as homecoming gifts for friends and family from the various shops. Good to know. Neal's Yard is located next to Covent Garden, close to Trafalgar Square and many other top attractions. So it's really easy to include this hidden gem in your London itinerary, even if you have just 1 or 2 days in London. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.